Hello guys of United Rock Nations. Tonight we are with Trey, the drummer of Dying Fetus, in gigs in Bordeaux. So thank you very much for this interview before the show.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. How are you? You're fine?
I'm doing
tonight?
well. I just finished eating some fine French cooking, and
okay.
It's gonna fuel me for the brutality that's gonna come tonight.
So you're on tour in Europe.
Yes.
Could you tell me what's up for the gigs? Yesterday you were in Paris.
Yes.
It was sold out.
Yep.
So you're feeling about this?
This has been a fantastic tour. Probably one of our most enjoyable ones we've done in Europe in recent memory. All the bands we're on tour with are very talented and all generous people and nice people to be around. You know, we've been in a bus trapped with each other for a month, and there has been no issues whatsoever with personalities or egos or anything like that. Everybody's down to earth and cool.
Okay, yes. In France and in Europe, yes, we like so much Dying Fetus.
Good. Yeah, we like coming here too.
Okay, so I got a question about the band. So more than 25 years of career, 8 albums, a new kind of death metal with a grind touch and hardcore touch in your music. So explain to me what is your feeling about that and this phenomenon of your kind of music and Dying Fetus?
Well, Dying Fetus is, just like any band, is, in my opinion, a combination of all the influences that inspired you when you were younger.
Okay.
And all of us in the band are fans of, death metal of many varieties, hardcore music and grindcore. So the band, I can't speak for the past. I can only speak for what I'm a part of. But I mean, I like all sorts of bands from all those genres, and it's fun to be able to mix it all together and put our own twist on it.
Okay. So now for the composition of your band, now you are three since 10 years.
Yeah.
Before you test, I have 4 and 5 members. So why this solution? Why is this solution to be only 3 in your band?
Well, when I joined the band, Mike Kimball was one of our other guitar players, and he decided his time with the band was done. And he left, and we wished him all the best. We hope he's on to bigger and better and more enjoyable things to himself. But once we started auditioning players to fill in his shoes, we started to realize that it's working with just the 3 of us.
Okay.
And the decision-making process is so much easier. Getting around the airport, fitting in the van when we're traveling to shows in the States. It's just so much easier with just 3 people. And it's not too bad when you only split the money 3 ways.
Yes, it's better.
Right?
And so for your work, when you compose your music, is there a leader or do you compose together?
Well, I'll speak about this latest album, Wrong One to Fuck With.
Yes.
Primarily it was John and myself that would get together. We treated it like going to a daily job where we would get together 4 to 5 days a week.
Okay.
And spend about 8 hours each day.
It's very intensive.
Combining, all the ideas that we've been accumulating over the last few years. Messing with composition. Some songs got completely destroyed, and parts of them became parts of other songs. Sean would come in also, and he would have parts of his own that would guitar parts, and we would find places for them when we're like, we need a technical part, and Sean's really good at writing some technical riffs, so we would be like, come on Sean, give us something meaty to chew on. And so we would do that, and once all the music was written, Sean Beasley, he sat down with the music and wrote all the lyrics for the songs.
The lyrics is Sean.
It was Sean completely on this one. And like when we would come up with the songs would actually be titled before the lyrics were written. We would come up with a brutal sounding title, and then that would kind of give Sean a place a theme, an idea about where to what to write a song about.
Okay.
So, 90% of it was, John writing riffs, and with me sitting there going, "Oh, that's the good one," and doing the arrangements, and Sean would come in, and then Sean came in and wrote all the lyrics, and then we recorded it.
Okay. And about the lyrics and your music generally, you used to have a feeling of to criticize the society, to criticize maybe politics, etc. So this album, this is the same idea. What do you want to say with with this last album?
Well, we definitely, during Jason Netherton's time in the band, up to Destroy the Opposition, that album, the lyrical style got more political, and definitely criticized political systems and ideologies. And then when Sean started doing writing, we tried to maintain some of that political mindset, but be less direct in the leanings to either a left or a right kind of decision, and more pointing out all of the messed up things in the world, or just messed up ideas, and kind of framing them in a way that let the audience member, the listener, kind of determine, okay, well, was this to the right or was it to the left? And so we tried to get a little bit more politically ambiguous, but we still use the disgusting world we live in as inspiration for our songs. I can reference one song from the new album, Reveling in the Abyss, and that is a play on the opiate crisis in the United States, where everybody's addicted to opiates, whether it's shooting heroin in your vein or you're popping an OxyContin in your mouth, and it's all about people getting messed up on the opiate addiction in America.
Okay.
So there's one way where we're taking the social and political world and using that as fuel for our fire.
Okay. And now for your music, when I listened to the album, I found more melodic passages than before. Okay, so Ordained Fetus is always brutal, always aggressive, but this album is, I think, more melodic. So this is what you want when you compose this music. It's with the lyrics too. So you can explain to me.
Well, we want to evolve the band's sound a little bit, and play around with some new, colors, if you're gonna go and call it, instead of just black and red, How about a little blue, something a little more depressing, But we want to do it in a way that still is very Dying Fetus. We started dabbling with some of that on Reign Supreme, and we just kind of went with it. If the part didn't feel right, it wouldn't have made it on the album. So, John came up with some cool guitar parts, and we were like, well, hey, that's cool. It evolves nice. We found a way to make it progress into something more brutal, and I think one of the songs, maybe it's Weaken the Structure, that starts out with a pretty melodic part, and Seething with the Stain towards the end of that song has a very a little bit more like kind of Swedishy death metal melodic part going on there, but we want to write a similar album every time, but just a little different.
Yes, Okay. Yes, it's important to evolve. Okay. Now, just a word about the artwork. I think I found the artwork is different than before. It's more catchy with the screen. Give me the album. Yes. Than before, I think. So this is the album, okay? And yes. So could you explain to me when you want to create the artwork, who did it? And what do you want to say when you want to the message in this image?
We the album, actually, the album artwork had several revisions. it ended up becoming something completely different than what our initial idea was.
Okay.
Our initial idea was to have like everything be from first person view, so that the listener gets the idea that they're the one that's the wrong one to fuck with.
Okay.
And then we kind of used some lyrical content from one of our songs, Die With Integrity, where the idea behind that song was that it's like a mob hitman who's been kidnapped and is being forced to do a job for the rival family, but he doesn't want to. He's so honor bound that he'll die before but he wants to take them all out.
Okay.
So if you watch the video, that's kind of what goes on there. And then the album cover is sort of tied in, but not really with that, where the guy here is maybe the hitman, and he's gone and he's found the boss, and that's the boss's head, and he's massacred the boss and his family.
Okay.
You know, and of course, you know, there's fucking brutal shit coming out the front of the house. So that's kind of the way the album art came about. We had a lot of revisions, and of course we needed something intense to match the name, wrong one to fuck with. And conveniently we left blood off of the word fuck.
Ah, yeah.
Right? So the fuck stands right the fuck out there.
Okay.
So.
Thank you for this precision.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a question maybe for the summer festival. Do you think, maybe you can tell me that now, but do you think you will come in Europe this summer and maybe in the Hellfest?
We will be coming in the late summer.
Yes, next summer.
In the late summer festivals. I can't say which ones,
okay.
But we are doing a festival run.
Okay.
We would love to do Hellfest.
Yes.
But I forget where that falls. I can't remember if that's early in the festival season or late in the festival season. I don't remember, but we will be coming. We would love to play Hellfest. We have a great time every time we're there.
Yeah.
I feel it's one of the best festivals out there in all of Europe, so would definitely enjoy playing Hellfest.
Okay, so maybe this summer.
Maybe.
Okay, thank you very much, Ray.
Thank you.
Have a nice show. Have a nice tour.
We'll try our best.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right on. Hi, my name's Trey Williams from Dying Fetus, and you're watching Unity Rock Nation.